The do's of same-sex couples counseling. In this clip, notice how the counselor interacts with the client. Welcome, Shanley, to my counseling office.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for stopping. I'm really glad that you came to see me.
Thank you.
I just want to start out every session just asking, how has your week been?
It's been pretty good.
Pretty
Thank
good?
you. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Awesome.
I'm glad to be here.
Good. And I'm glad you're here as well.
Thanks.
And I just want to let you know too, before we begin, that I want you to feel safe and comfortable in my office. So at any time that you're feeling like uncomfort or that we're stretching the boundaries, I want feel free to bring that up. I want this to be your experience, and I want you to feel comfortable and like this is kind of like your home.
Thank you.
So I guess what brings you in today?
Sure. So my relationship has, I guess, been having some speed bumps along the road. There's been some struggles in my relationship.
So you're having some issues with your partner.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Sure. So we've been together for about 3 years, I'd say. The first year was really great, and then after the first year, I'd say we just became more distant from each other, and just more distant and less intimate. And we try to talk about things, and I feel like I'm always the one confronting, and she just kind of like backs down, withdraws. So.
Okay. I really want to touch on that, but before we continue, can you tell me more about your partner?
Yeah, sure. So she works at she's a retail job right now. I met her 3 years ago. She's really great.
And what's her name?
Her name's Brooke.
Oh, that's
She's
wonderful.
really great. She's really pretty. She's really tall. She's blonde. She's really hot. She's just great. We're a good fit for each other. I'm kind of the loud one, and not the loud one, but the maybe the talkative one. I don't know. It's like when conflicts arise. I'm kind of the confrontational one. She's kind of the one who waits for me to bring it up. So I'm kind of like the talkative one. She's kind of the quieter one, I guess, in the relationship.
I see. So there's a difference in how you two communicate to each other.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. We have differences in communication. That's really, exactly.
So kind of going back, so you mentioned that you're feeling like there's not as much closeness. Care to elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so we just are more distant, so less, physically less intimate, emotionally less intimate, just more distant.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm going to kind of stretch into that uncomfortable zone now.
Sure.
Are you, when you say physically close, are you referring to sexual intimacy?
Yeah, we haven't been as sexually intimate as we had been in, previously. I mean, we still are, just not as frequently.
Okay. And how is that impacting you?
It's been affecting me greatly because I feel like I need that and I'm not getting that. So I'm actually, this is kind of big to disclose, but I'm looking, never meant for this to happen, but there's this woman at work that I just met at work, and we've been friends for a long time, and we just started off as friends, and I just kind of noticed that as Brooke and I got more distant, I just kind of felt closer to, her name's Veronica, and I just felt more close to her, and so I just have been spending more time with her outside of work now, and the other night I spent the night over there, and I feel very conflicted because I just feel conflicted. I don't know how I feel about this. So yeah, I'm now looking outside of my relationship with Brooke for the intimacy that I'm not getting from Brooke.
Okay. Thank you for disclosing. I know that must be, you mentioned that felt like a lot of weight off your shoulders.
Well, thanks. I feel safe here, so thank you.
So I guess, tell me more about this relationship with Veronica.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I feel like I'm spending more time with her because I'm not getting what I need from my relationship with Brooke. So she's kind of just She's more open. She, like Brooke, she kind of like closes down when I bring anything up. Like I want to talk to her about things, she kind of just like closes down. Whereas Veronica is just really open. She like brings things up. She like confronts me about things, which I appreciate. I'm just kind of very open, and I appreciate that she comes to me with things. So yeah, I just feel like I'm getting what I need. I'm getting what I want from Brooke from Veronica. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how would you view that relationship? What would you call that relationship with Veronica?
Oh, sure. It's I don't want to say that I'm cheating on Brooke, but
Sure.
it's like it's just like I don't know because Brooke and I haven't we've never talked about like having an open relationship or anything. We've never explicitly talked about it, but I know that she has had one before and I have had one before, so we've never talked about ours before, but I think we both have had it in our minds that it might be an option. We've never explicitly talked about it, so I don't know. I don't know if it's like an extra. I don't know if it's cheating, but I feel like it's cheating because she doesn't know about it, and I feel like I'm like, behind Brooke's back.
Sure.
But I don't know what to call it because it might be acceptable if I talk to Brooke about it, but I don't really think so because it feels like cheating to me. So I don't know.
So there's some questions about what your relationship with Veronica is,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like there's also some questions about how that relationship might impact your relationship with Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also hearing that maybe that difference in communication is also coming into play as well.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think we could, as sessions go on, we can look more into these communication strategies, and I actually would be comfortable if you brought Brooke in and we maybe could talk about that.
Yeah.
I want this to be a safe space for you, so we'll take it one step at a time, and we won't rush into anything. But I think as time goes on, we can come up with, if you feel like this has become a major issue in your life, we can talk about some problem-solving strategies. We can talk about different patterns to overcome that problem if it's a problem for you, or we can talk about where just bring Brooke in and have a conversation.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I see that our time is up. Do you mind if I schedule? Do you want to meet sometime next week?
Yeah, that sounds good. And I think bringing Brooke in would be a good idea.
Okay, great. We'll talk next week more specifically about that. And in the meantime, I'm also going to share with you some excellent resources that may, if you're feeling any anxiety about this relationship with Veronica, and if it's overpowering you through the week, they can help you relax a little bit.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What did you notice during this counseling session? What did the counselor do right?